Welcome to EX Podcast, the only Geek and Gamer Star Wars themed podcast that reviews loot crates.
What's in it, Leon?
A bunch of shit!
Oh, I can't believe it.
Nothing good. All right.
Never good. Okay.
Okay, that's done. All right, so I'm here today with two real-life gamers. John and Hosian have cleared their full pro gamering schedule
MLG.
to be here with us today.
Gaming,
indeed. So gamers, how are you doing today?
Would
Tell
you like
me.
to take the wheel, gamer?
I'm feeling pretty good. I just had a 1-up burger from Chromatic Dragon,
Oh yeah,
so I have an extra life.
yeah. You feeling healthy?
Yeah, I'm feeling really healthy, and let's do it before I have to go shit my pants.
Yeah. And I have just listened to 15 consecutive podcasts that are reviewing the new trailer for the Han Solo film starring some guy and directed by someone else. And I'm so excited.
Are you?
Nope.
Are you?
I hate fucking all of it.
Yeah, we need to do a Star Wars game themed podcast like Battlefront and stuff soon. We're gonna have you on so that you can
So I
talk
can-
about how much you hate everything except for the good ones.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
And the good ones aren't what you think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk
exactly.
about Star Wars Force Unleashed frame rate. Never mind.
All right, so
I
so anyways, before we start digging into things here, no pun intended. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves, like who you are, why you're here, how we know each other, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Or don't. I don't care.
I'm going to do it. I'll
Okay.
humor you. So I'm John. I work with Leon at Planet Fun, the only collectible store in all of Georgia.
Yeah.
He's not
The
wrong.
only one. In case
There's no others.
There's none of them.
Yeah.
I also love video games, though I don't have as much time as I'd like to play them these days.
You got to be choosy now.
Yeah, I gotta be choosy because I'm trying to be a comic book artist as well. So I mostly play indie games these days, and the games I grew up with, I was one of those weird kids that wasn't allowed to have like home consoles as a kid.
Oh yeah, your dad was a tyrant.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't a tyrant. He's just weirdly picky. He's like, he had one experience where he's like, I played an N64 once on a ship because he was like this oil motherfucker before he became a professional hitman. We can have an episode about.
You
my
might
dad
like that
later.
game.
Yeah,
but like
that's true. It's a good game.
He
It
played
is.
it. He sat down. He's like, I'm gonna play this football game, and he meant to play it for 15 minutes, and he played it for 45, and that made him furious. So like he came back and was like, no video games ever. But we really like Pokemon, so we got like Game Boys, and like I pretty much grew up with just handhelds. So I have a lot of like weird knowledge, and then most of my console stuff is like I played most console games growing up, but it was mostly like friends' houses, and like now I just have like a bunch of weird secondhand knowledge of
Yeah.
like lots of smaller like handheld stuff that a lot of people skipped over. And I know a lot about retro stuff just because since I couldn't have it as a kid, I got fixated on it. So I like learned as much as I could without playing it.
Yeah.
So I have all this residual knowledge now that I don't play.
You had to share Pokemon with your brother, right?
That happened one time where it was
You can't share Pokemon, Grandma.
yeah, grandma bought one Pokemon for the kid whose birthday it was and one for everybody else. And I was like, I'm not getting that.
Yeah.
That's my older brother's Pokemon. I gotta buy another one.
Yeah.
You
Delete
go,
your brother's game. Fuck
yeah,
you.
Start over.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So tell us about yourself, gamer.
Hi, I'm Gamer,
Hey, gamer.
or you can also call me by nickname, Hosian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm friends of you and
Yes.
friends of John,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I also am a gamer.
Yep.
And when I'm not gaming, I'm playing music and trying to pursue a musical full-time situation.
Okay.
And going on tour, making music, and thinking about gaming.
Nice. Do you ever make gaming music? Or do you ever play a little tune on your game on your music that's gaming ever? Did they cross over? Did they touch?
Yeah,
Touch
actually,
tips ever?
there's a joke with my band with one of our guitar players where he plays the Mario theme song, but he plays it out of key,
Mhm.
so it sounds pretty funny. That's my gamer humor
Oh.
for the band.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
You need the gamer humor.
But luckily, most of the people in that band, we all play games for the most part. Some are like the kind of gamers that will only play GTA.
Okay. Yeah.
But you gotta respect it because GTA is good.
Yeah. No, it has its
I believe it
place.
stands for Good Theft Auto.
Yeah,
The game is
good game.
Yeah.
And
That's
then,
exactly right.
And then you have like
Facts.
Facts.
me and my friend Tom, we like to just game heavy on whatever's
You guys game hard, right?
popping. We're the games. We're the game guy.
Okay.
And our other two
Together.
members, they game. One of my, John, he's big into like RPG and Square Enix games,
yeah.
and he's really
Games I
heavy
wish I
into
could
that. So
Mhm.
that's good because I am more.
You dabble.
I dabble more. I like the Dragon Quest a little bit more than that. So whenever
Yeah,
there's anything,
that's my
when
favorite.
there's anything Final Fantasy related, or anything like that, he's the guy. So
He's
he's
the
like
guy.
he's the guy. He's got a lot of those games, and
Okay.
he's obsessed. So
Cool.
all of us in the band, we all game. So whenever we're not doing music stuff, we're
Gaming.
probably gaming.
So you rock hard and you game hard.
Yeah, that's right, dude. I grew up, always being player 2. My brother, his older brother.
Yeah, it's okay though, because in Shovel Knight, which we're going to talk about today, player 2 is the better player.
This feels like gaming AA. Can I say that for a second?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Growing up,
Yeah.
I was always player
Yeah.
2.
I grew up as a player 2. I was
My
never.
dad hated N64.
I was forced to choose Tails as my favorite. I never got to play Sonic, but it's
Tails
okay.
can swim though.
Tails can
Fuck
also
Sonic.
fly.
Yeah, he can.
So yeah, that's my gaming past.
Good, cool. All
Player
right.
gaming pad.
So I know you guys are eager, you listeners out there, you delicious listeners,
All of you.
are all of yous are ready to hear about some Shovel Knight. But before then, I wanted to sort of have John here. He's the first coworker I've had on the show. We're gonna have other people that I work with come on the show too, because they're all really fun people, and we have good stories. But every episode I've been doing, I kind of tell a little bit about like a fun thing that happened at the store, because working in a gaming store is a unique experience.
Yeah.
We get a lot of unique people that come in.
Yeah.
You want to tell a fun little tidbit? I'm sure you'll be on the show more, so you can tell plenty of them. But
Yeah. Let me think. You already told the blood story.
I told the blood story. Yeah, any of you
I heard
listeners-
about the blood story.
Yes.
and I thought it was funny.
Yeah, the
That's a
blood
good
story is
one.
good, but there's plenty of good stories that happen at Planet Fun.
Yeah, I got a lot of good ones, but I don't want to like eat up a ton of time because
Yeah.
my go-to is the CIA agent, but I feel like that could have a whole.
Yeah, we'll save the
episode.
CIA agent for later.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that's really good.
Everyone should pre-order.
You can talk
that
about
story.
You can pre-order that story, day 1 DLC deluxe edition. You should talk about the dad that tried to sell you broken shit that you talked about today. That was funny.
Oh, the dad. All right. Okay. So I'll try to keep this as brief as possible.
Yeah. 3 minutes, yeah.
So at Planet Fun, we try to be like the opposite of most of the employees at like game stores, meaning we try not to be abrasive, pretentious dickheads that are like, oh, you came here looking for Earthbound? That's simply peasant of you.
Yeah.
If only you knew of the good games, you fucking imbecile. You
Yeah, we're not
goddamn idiot.
gatekeeping. Yeah.
No, we try to be like helpful and like treat it more of like, friendly experience where it's like you get to learn fun facts or like chat with us about whatever. So we're very like, just as like a starting point, we're very friendly with customers and very, very like polite and outgoing.
Right.
And this bleeds over into like our customer service. Like if something goes wrong because like, meaning like if a console that doesn't work quite right gets sold, or if a customer has some sort of problem or makes a mistake, buy a game for their own console, we try to be as helpful as we can. Like we want to swap that thing. We don't want to be like GameStop and the other guys.
Right, we're not bastards.
Yeah, we want to be the helpful guys. And there's this one dad that came in. This guy was fucking massive. I feel like we skip over that a lot.
Like 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah, giant man, frequently wearing security or construction outfits for his job. He comes in. he's
Sounds
gruff
like a
guy.
boss battle.
Yeah, it was. He comes in. He's like, I need a PS2 for my son. And I was like, okay, guy, you can have a PS2 for your son. So I can sell this guy PS2. And I think his son's with him the first time. You can just sort of picture like Kirby in glasses.
Yeah,
with little like Vienna
He's a fat
sausage
little
fingers.
shit, yeah.
He's a chubby little boy.
Yeah.
But he's like, my son needs this. And I'm like, okay. So I sell him this thing, and he comes back the next day, and he's like, you sold my son a broken console. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Can I take a peek at it? Let me see if I can sort it out. Because PS2s break a lot.
Yeah.
Benefit
no,
of the doubt.
They're getting old.
That's
you know?
true.
I pop it
They've
open.
done a lot of work.
It's a small. It's the slim model.
Slim, right.
I pop it open. The first thing I notice is like the laser, like the part that reads the disc that like moves around, is completely off of where it's supposed to be.
Torn.
Like it's ripped out. And I was like, oh my god, how did that
Chimpanzee.
happen? Like, I was like, maybe in transit, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'll swap it for you. So I swap it. Comes back the next day. He's like, you sold my son another broken console.
No way.
And I was like, I was like, one, that happens every once in a while. Two, that's a little confusing.
Two for
And
two.
I was like, oh no, like PS2 suck dick, I guess.
You're losing lives.
Yeah, I'm losing
Yeah,
games.
no, he's losing lives. No continues.
Yeah, but he's like, my son wants a PS3 this time. Give me a PS3. And I was like, okay, PS3. So
Upgrade.
I just give him the credit
up.
towards the PS3 because he's like abandoned ship. He brings back the PS3 the next day, and is like, "You sold me a broken
No
PS3."
fucking way.
And I was like,
he's gaming hard.
I was like, man, this guy just has really bad luck. And apparently this happens a few more times, like between me working there and otherwise.
your days off, like he got in between the cracks.
Yeah,
He
and then
seeped in
eventually, like we're like, I think this guy's fat little son is breaking these consoles, and then he's just bringing them back.
Yep.
Because his son is like, oh, Dad, they sold me a broken one. He's like, those bastards. I'll fucking kill him. And this brings back, give me a refund. And this guy's fucking huge and terrifying. So we're like, okay, guy, okay, buddy, don't give us a bad Yelp review. We're trying to be nice. But it gets like to the breaking point. He brings back like the third PS3. It's a Model 2. They're crappy, whatever.
So 2 PS2s and 3 PS3s.
But like we at this point are like,
I think
the next
number at the end was
thing
7
that we
systems.
sell this guy, we're going to test for like 4 hours. Like we we slapped The Last of Us in it, like ran through half the game, left it on overnight, like make sure it didn't overheat, make sure the disk driver worked, like every
We
single
played it
thing.
like a true gamer.
Yeah, we gamed.
Yeah.
We game proofed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We 40 proof game proof.
Yeah.
So he comes back with it and it's like, you sold my son another broken console. And I was like, hey. I was like, I think your son might be breaking these. And he's like, what did you just say about my son? And I was like, well, did he tell you what's wrong with it? He just says it's broke. And I was like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. Because this is the one I've tested. I was like, I click the eject button and it's like, like the PS3 is just like fucking,
something in his throat, man.
The death rattle, like when someone gets hit by a car and their ribs are in their lungs, it's making that noise. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna open this bitch up. Like I was like, I gotta set out the screwdrivers and I'm popping open. I'm just like, I'm gonna open it up and see what's wrong, guy. Like I'll solve the mystery right here in front of you. So I open this stupid thing up and there are 3 discs in the disc tray. Just shoved the fuck in there.
Were they at least good games?
No.
Were they at least good?
They weren't.
He was trying to play them all at once.
He was trying to play
you can combine games if you put them all on the PS3 at the
Unless he
same
was
time.
playing like a 3-disc game. But
Oh,
the
yeah,
PS3 games don't do that.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 7.
He just crunched up a laser disc and stuck it in there.
Because you can play PS1 games on PS3.
Yeah, just
True.
But I'm like, I
Could've
pull
been
them
that.
out, like I dramatically like pull them out in one disc and flip them like cards. So I'm holding 3 discs magically, like I'm a little fucking game nerd magician. I'm like, sir, it seems your son has broken this by cramming 3 discs into the disc drive at the same time. And he's like, no, you broke it. I was like, the fuck you mean I broke? Like, he's so
I
committed.
just planted 3 discs.
Yeah,
in there.
I was like, you don't understand. I was like, we
You're David
tested
Blaine.
this for like hours before we gave it to you. We ran this thing through the gauntlet just to make sure because we knew you were gonna come back.
Yeah.
We like now we have receipts, sir.
Gotcha,
not you
bitch.
this time.
Tables of
And like, but he sticks to his story, being like, you sold me 90 broken consoles. You're selling me garbage, and you won't give me a refund.
Yep.
And he just like winds up leaving and be like, you're gonna hear from my lawyer for not refunding this. And it's just like, what? Over $120?
Yeah.
No.
That guy was insane.
But yeah, like that's the kind of shit we put up with sometimes. And then like the fat little kid just like looking around the whole time like, oh yeah, I guess I broke that.
yeah, just wiping the sweat from under his third chin.
But
So
yeah.
he was there and you didn't even like he didn't admit.
No, he's just like,
The kid didn't say anything. His dad obviously told him to shut up before he came in there.
yeah.
So-
But like the dad just tried to but after like 3 consoles, you'd think they'd stop. But
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the kind of stuff we deal with. And see, I'm not crazy. John also works there, so my complaints are valid.
And they actually sound like that too.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so let's move on. That was good stuff.
Thank you.
So usually on EX Podcast, we have a good old time dunking on stuff and being kind of annoying about opinions. But I want to warn you fans that today is all about Shovel Knight. So heads up, we like this game a lot. So there's not going to be a whole lot of dunking on this game. If anything, quite the opposite.
There's gonna be a lot of collateral dunking.
Yeah, a lot of collateral dunking for sure. So I just want to take a second to remind all of you listeners out there, and you podcast fans, and you true gamer boys,
Geek and gamer Funko Poppers.
And girls,
Yeah.
gamer girls.
yeah,
Girl
clearing
gamers.
away your pop vinyl collection to listen to this
Comic book
podcast.
girls or whatever.
That this podcast is supposed to be fun and laid back, and so any turbulent statements, like I've said in previous episodes,
Turbulent statements.
that are made, some that might ruff your feathers a little bit.
Like Melee sucks.
Like Melee sucks. Take with a grain of
I'm
salt.
leaving this podcast.
Take with a grain of salt, and just chill the fuck out. You'd be good.
Yeah.
Just gaming.
Just gaming.
All right,
Just
so let's
gaming.
get into it. I'm excited to talk about Shovel Knight. All right, so for our unfortunate listeners who haven't been able to play Shovel Knight, can you guys give just a basic idea of like what Shovel Knight is? Just if you were to sell it to somebody or like try to get someone to play it who had never touched it before or even seen the beautiful blue boy.
Oh, man, he's so handsome.
Yeah, like what's its deal? You wanna take this one?
I'll let John start actually.
Okay.
Okay.
I usually when I try to sell people on it, because I get really excited about Shovel Knight, especially around people that like. I think Shovel Knight's a good game for people that like actually grew up with retro games.
Yeah.
Because what Shovel Knight is the best way to describe it is a love letter to the like original 8-bit like side-scrolling platforming games.
Yeah.
Like it's got elements of Mario 3, it's got elements of Castlevania, elements
Zelda 2.
It's got elements of Zelda, it's got elements of
Metroid.
Yeah.
yeah, like Metroid and
Castlevania.
DuckTales. Like basically like it's a very well researched love letter that like I think in the process,
And it's silly.
yeah, it's very silly, it's fun,
And it stands on its own.
yeah, I think the way I usually describe it, it's a love letter that's so well written people write love letters about it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because it's just like the perfect example of what a polished game from that time period is.
Yeah,
Sure.
so it's like a really great 2D platformer, but it's even more than that.
Yeah, it's like an amalgamation of all the good things from that era.
Yeah, I like to say that like, imagine if somebody tried to make a game like Dark Souls back then,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's
not as difficult.
It's not as difficult, but you still get like some of those dungeon crawlery.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like a sweet ass knight with a unique weapon.
You know, when
running
you
through.
die, you lose some of your treasure, and you can come get it back. Like later, if you go back to that spot, and
Yeah.
like the boss battles are very Mega Man-y too.
Yeah,
That's
definitely,
that-
absolutely.
I don't know how I
Yeah.
skipped over elements of Mega
Yeah,
Man.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say like it's got like for me like if I was explaining this game to somebody today, like what kind of like I want to get this game shown. It looks cool. I'll say, you know what? If you like Dark Souls, I'm not saying it's exactly like Dark Souls, but if you like that, like I want to like be punished until I win and then feel really good about it.
Yeah.
And then if you like Mega
learn
Man
the
and
levels and
like
stuff.
like
Yeah.
learning like you know like the whole like math behind like beating bosses in Mega Man, like
Yeah,
then you're gonna like this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the game's cheap as shit now.
it is.
It's $20.
Well, it was cheap as shit when it started.
That's
So
true,
it's got
yeah.
it's got a lot of content. Like
Yeah, tons
Yeah.
of content.
So
Which
much-
we're gonna get
yeah,
into.
so
The art style is amazing.
music.
Music is
Music, I could fucking. You
yeah.
could start a podcast where it's just like
about them. Yeah.
John talks about how much he loves the Shovel Knight music.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
fucking an hour and a half.
Then you can soon because I'm gonna ask you a little bit about some of your favorite stuff about Shovel Knight, so you can gush about the music.
All of it.
Yeah, the whole thing. Okay.
So good.
Okay, so yeah, that's good. I would kind of just like expand on that. Like, you know, Shovel Knight's an awesome game. You probably shouldn't be playing other games. You should just be playing Shovel
Yeah,
Knight,
stop.
honestly.
Just only.
That's
play.
what I did. Like I had Horizon, I had all these other games, and I traded a game to my friend for Shovel Knight, and I kind of put that in front of the games that I was playing at the time, and I was just like, "That's it.
Yeah.
Like I can't stop. I when I'm not playing it, I'm out doing something. I'm thinking about playing it. I was
yeah.
literally like that, and it's crazy because it's been a while since I've felt that way.
Yeah.
Like I need to play this. When I
And
get
you're
back
like
home.
a newer fan of Shovel Knight, right? You
Yeah.
played it recently, and John, you've been there since like the OG.
yeah.
I've been screaming about it. I got so confused one year that like I was like, people keep saying Undertale is game of the year. Why wouldn't they say that Shovel Knight is game of the year? And they're like, John,
Yeah.
it came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've always had like that reminder that the game existed for so many times. My brother is the one who actually introduced me to that game like years ago. He got it on the 3DS, and I watched
That's
him
right.
play
It's on
it.
everything.
And when I
Yeah.
watched him, that's how he explained it to me
I own
too.
it twice.
Yeah.
He was like, you know, it's like you like Dark Souls, so you're gonna like this. It's like imagine that put into like this 8-bit like retro love letter style,
Yeah.
and like like this packed full of like content.
It's been
Yeah.
polished so well. You can see your own fucking reflection in it. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Play the fucking game.
Yeah. If you
listeners.
can't tell, we think it's
play
okay.
it.
We think it's all right.
Just play it.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. The game sucks.
Yeah.
Play the fucking
play
game.
it, or you can watch a YouTuber play it.
I'll fucking kill you. Play the game.
Well, it's like the same experience. Right?
play the game.
Play it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Stop watching Ego Raptor.
Yeah. Game
Play
hard.
the game.
Yeah, and you can't make the excuse with Shovel Knight that like I don't have a Nintendo Wii U or a 3DS because it's on Steam.
Yeah.
It's on PS4.
It's got
on Xbox
benefits
One.
per console as well. Like we skip over that. Like
Yeah.
each system it's on.
Yeah, let's
like,
talk a little bit about that. Like,
yeah,
the
I
differences.
recently learned
yeah,
about this.
because
from
Jose
John.
didn't know this, but like the PS4 version, you get to fight Kratos as a secret boss.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
The Xbox One version, you get to fight the Battletoads as a secret boss.
Hell yeah.
Like the multiplayer is unique to the Wii U version. The 3DS
Oh yeah, with the
one-
amiibo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they added
they-
the.
right.
They added
It was
but-
initially unique to it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
you
there's.
can use.
Now
the
you can
amiibo.
fight Mario.
I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised if
kidding.
that eventually happened.
Excuse me. Don't you mean Jumpman?
Sorry,
Oh,
Jumpman.
yeah.
nice gamer reference there, gamer.
Thank you.
I mean, Block Dude.
The calculator game.
That's right.
Hell yeah! Did you
which-
make up Block
Damn.
Dude?
Which Shovel Knight is on now? TI-83 calculator.
Oh yeah, coming to TI-83.
Yeah, coming in hot.
Is there amiibo compatibility for the TI-83?
It's coming out for the Apple Pippin.
Yeah. The Bandai Game Pyramid.
Yeah, the Zumba.
The,
game-
the Zumba.
Yeah, you even,
With, like,
you even got Shovel Knight on.
the Zumba, what they do in the park on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, man.
You
Okay.
got you got Shovel
The
Knight
Zumba?
on the even on ukulele.
Coming on TI-84 Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 for
Uh,
TI-84.
Oh, another fun fact that you just reminded me of, Hossein, before we move on to the next question is Shovel Knight has made a lot of guest appearances, including the very recent ukulele. He's in there as well. As
yeah,
a
the
character.
very recent is the most.
Yeah, the very recent.
That's such a
yeah.
nice adjective to use to describe ukulele.
Yeah,
what
recent.
Recent.
Yeah.
This game is recent.
Recent.
Anyways, did you hear it recently got a patch?
Oh,
For
I wonder
what?
if that
Camera?
fixed
Oh, great.
Yeah.
it. Now
Oh,
it's good.
Okay, so all right. Anyways, let's move on. So Shovel Knight was a Kickstarter game. What do you guys think that Yacht Club Games, the guys who made Shovel Knight, have done successfully compared to other Kickstarter games out there? Like what really? Because there are a few Kickstarter games that are significantly better. Shovel Knight's one of them. I always like to say Shantae is another one.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
Skullgirls and soon to be Indivisible, hopefully. are
Hopefully
amazing.
Bloodstain.
Hopefully Bloodstain. I'm kind of on the
John's
fence.
probably
with
gonna
that one.
say nope.
Yeah.
I'm a
Nope.
little lukewarm
Yeah.
on that one, guys.
Yeah, but I'm tentative about it. I saw a gameplay trailer recently, and it actually, like, the mechanics, I don't want to go on a tangent, but the mechanics looked a lot like Ori Sorrow, which I was very interested in.
Cool.
But anyways, so what do you guys think about it as a Kickstarter game, and like how it was handled, and like why it's better than a lot of other Kickstarter games, and maybe some Kickstarter games that suck?
I mean,
Not too much on Mighty Number 9 though, because I am going to have a whole entire episode about that.
Yeah, we'll skip that. For
I'll
now.
I'll let John
Yeah.
talk about that aspect more because, like I said, I came in late.
Yeah.
Maybe I can talk
Yeah.
about like how much, like what stuff I think they did good, but
Yeah.
as far as the whole process goes,
Yeah.
sure you can.
You can just lie.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
you can just make it up.
They gave me an early
We don't
copy.
do any research here, and we're facts. Like
Yeah.
we just say facts.
They gave me an early
Gaming
copy.
is research,
So
Yeah.
that's how I
which
liked
is
it.
sad.
Yeah,
They mailed it to your house on paper airplane.
Good.
exactly.
Yeah.
But okay, so Kickstarter games. I have a lot of hard opinions on Kickstarter games.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep this brief.
Yeah.
To me, Shovel Knight is not unique, but is a great example of a Kickstarter game going right. In that, what it was a small company had a product that they had polished that they needed funding for. Like that was the jumping off point. They already had Shovel Knight. They just needed the means to get it to people. As far as I can tell. Because the thing that I've noticed with Shovel Knight and a lot of games like Shovel Knight is that like you're presented with the main mechanics of the thing and like very complete looking stuff. You're not presented with a concept. You're not presented with like a big name that's attached to it that is what draws your money. You're presented with the thing. Like it's like this is what you're buying. This is what you're paying for. Like this is what you're gonna get.
Right.
It's a cool way to approach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I've noticed with other Kickstarter games, specifically ones that like suck gorilla dick, to put it lightly,
Which is like 80%.
which is a lot of them, is they come to like their Kickstarter point with a concept and a big name and all the things to draw you in. Effectively, like the Kickstarter games that suck are usually the equivalent of a non-gameplay trailer, whatever that's called. I'm drawing a blank. Theatrical trailer.
Theatrical trailer, yeah.
Like a good example, I think, is stuff like Ukulele and Bloodstains. I'm very tentative. I'd like to be proven wrong, but like the way that they draw you in, like Shenmue, that kind of thing, is they'll say, "Hey, we know you like this other thing that exists, and we have these guys that worked on it, and they're going to make a thing just like it. Give us your money. And that's their starting point. They don't have the thing that you're paying for yet. They're making it with the money you give them. Another thing like that is like the Homestuck game, which could go on forever, that whole scandal. But like that's another good example where it's like guy says, hey, give me a bunch of money and I'm going to give it to guys to make a game. I have no idea what the game is like. I don't know how to make a game, but I'd love to take your money and throw it at the wall. And that's usually where the shit goes wrong, because people are like, I can't believe this turned out poorly. I can't believe this wasn't going to be good. That's because the thing you were looking at, you didn't know it was good before you paid for it. Shovel Knight, you watch one trailer for that. You watch the announcement Kickstarter trailer for that.
Yeah.
You're seeing shit from Mole Knight's level. You're seeing shit from King Knight's level. You're seeing all these like finished concepts.
Yeah.
And
There's,
effectively
like,
proofs.
game there.
Yeah, there's game for gamer.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff you see
Yeah.
that's good. Like stuff like Hyperlight Drifter, which I have kept myself very far away from. I haven't played yet.
It's so
but I
good.
know it's good because it's the exact same formula.
Yeah.
Like that
I
kind of thing.
really want to play that.
Yeah,
That game
I
looks
finished that
amazing.
game recently. It was outstanding.
I watched
Yeah.
some friends
Same
play
shit.
it. Definitely
Yeah.
great.
They showed you
You
what
watched
you
the
were
Let's
getting.
Play?
You watched a lot?
No.
God damn. Fuck.
But yeah, no, that's a really good point. I also would like to go back to your comment on Gorilla Dick.
Yes.
And sucking it would be really hard to do.
They actually have really small dicks.
Really?
Yeah.
But have you seen Donkey Kong's forearms, dude?
Yeah, here's the thing. Humans actually have the like one of the largest body to cock size ratios. Like gorillas have like 2-inch dicks. So
Yeah.
like you guys
That's
have
me.
bigger dick than gorilla.
Wow.
But
what
gorilla's
about
bigger
you?
than you, and you could probably teach a gorilla to drive a car. So like, how much is a dick worth?
Yeah, that's true.
You
Good
know?
point. It's a good point.
So you have anything to add on to that, Hossein?
I was gonna say, like, I don't know if it's weird to say this, but it doesn't feel like a Kickstarter game. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
is
no,
it
doesn't.
weird to say
it
that?
has a
like,
good jump arc.
yeah, it's like
Fuck up.
I hate to say that, like you ever look at a game and be like, yeah, that looks like a Kickstarter game. Isn't
Yeah.
that kind of weird to like?
That was made it
No, no,
unreal.
yeah.
That was made it unreal by some college students.
It's like that looks like a DeviantArt
God,
comic.
like some like Steam Greenlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't feel.
Some of those games are bleeding over onto PSN, by the way. I don't know if you saw the 30% off sale they're having for like their annual thing. But there's like 6 or 7 like games that are just like they literally say in the description, "This is a fan made game." And I'm like, how the fuck did this get here? Like you can see, it's like this is a game that was made in like RPG Maker 2002.
Oh my God.
That they turned it into a platformer kind of thing,
Oh.
like one of those, you know. And like the jump arc is like pretty much like just like a rainbow the whole time, kind of thing, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm not buying that. I don't care how many percentage.
Well,
off.
Halcyon is only $4.99
That's cool.
plus tax.
I'm gonna save that money and buy ukulele.
You know, Jotun, which I don't know if it's good, is on sale for $5, and I'm gonna play that later. I hope it's good. Speaking of Kickstarter games,
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out.
Like with Shovel Knight, just like playing it later with like more things in it.
All the
like,
content,
it just
yeah.
feels like it's got that AAA backing.
yeah,
like,
it's got a lot of money behind
like,
it.
It's
yeah,
the
if-
equivalent of like those like super awesome scenes in like One Punch Man where it's like, wow, look at the budget on this animation. You think it's got a lot of money, but it's like just one dude's like, I'm gonna draw this guy punching the shit out of this.
Yeah, it's like I really love this thing, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna make everybody really
Yeah,
love it.
I think that's one thing that I can tell just playing the game is that the people making it, you can feel how like they loved making it.
You can feel
Yeah,
it.
they
You
give
can
a shit.
feel it. Like you can like just feel that shit.
You feel it.
Like I don't know.
I go home and I touch my Shovel Knight sometimes.
I touch it when I'm putting it in my console to game.
Yeah, your console to game.
Yeah.
That's the only time you touch it is when you're gaming.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
that makes
but
sense.
when am I not? So I'm always touching it.
I've never thought, oh, this game has something wrong. Like I don't think that way with that game. I'm like,
Yeah,
this game
no.
is a blast,
Yeah,
and that's it.
cool. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's move on. So we've been talking a lot about how awesome this game is.
Yes.
And we're gonna continue.
because
honestly,
there's nothing else to fucking say.
yeah, there really isn't. What's your favorite thing about the game? Like, what is like if you had to be
That's a
like
big
the
question.
first thing that comes to your mind? You're just like this shit right here. I mean, like for me, when I first started playing the game, I'm just like, this motherfucker's got a shovel, and then there's a
Yeah.
bunch of fucking shovel puns in the beginning of each level.
Yeah.
like for Chivalry is my favorite one.
Oh man, I
Good.
Justice and Spades.
Justice and Spades.
That's a
is
great
awesome.
one.
It's like this. It's just like he's a motherfucking knight with a shovel. Like why?
It
Who
makes
knows?
sense though.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
weird.
It works.
because it fits in the mechanics. I really love just like the thematics like that. That's like my favorite
Yeah.
thing. And each of the boss enemies. So you guys like it's set up. Oh shit! I said you guys. Fuck! I said I
That
wouldn't
doesn't.
say
You
guys.
didn't start by saying "Hey,
Hey
you
guys.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I think you're good.
So
We're not
okay.
YouTube yet.
Yeah. We're not on YouTube yet. We're getting there. Okay. So anyways, each of the bosses are like themed, like you were saying, Mole Knight and like Propeller Knight and all those guys, King Knight,
Plague Knight
yeah,
and-
Plague Knight.
yeah,
They all have like their own theme, sort of like their style of attack, and like they really fit in well with their design. And they all have a reason for being there, and they're just, which is fun.
In their stages, like it all like makes sense. Like
Yeah,
with
even,
their stage.
even the themes of the stages like fit with that character.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's very like it very much captures like the essence of Mega Man in that.
Yes.
Where it's like the bosses and the levels that go with them are
Yeah.
extremely like thorough.
Like in
and
Mega Man, you
relevant
don't like
theme.
Mega Man 2. Like you don't think of like Metal Man, like the generic boss battle music for each of the bosses. You think of Metal Man's stage theme.
Yeah,
to associate with
exactly.
them, yeah.
Mega Man 2 is my favorite Mega Man.
Is it Mega Man's? I'm more of a Mega Man 6 guy, but Mega Man 2 is a masterpiece.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so what's your favorite thing, John, about Shovel Knight? Like,
I
do you
could
think?
go on about all the things I like individually, but
Yeah.
like I actually thought about this because I knew you were gonna ask me this.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, and this is more fucking like in depth design wise than like how nice the design is, how fun the gameplay is, but like
Well, you're an artist, so you probably recognize those things.
yeah.
right?
But the thing that like really gets me is that like there are a lot of fucking games that are like, hey, let's make this game that looks like totally retro and like super 8-bit cool, and like
Right.
they'll make it and like aesthetically they'll be close, and the 8-bit music will be like 16-bit, and they'll be like, yeah, remember old games, but like the thing that Shovel Knight does that like shows that these motherfuckers actually did research, pay attention, understand game design, everything. Like the thing that ties it together
Yeah.
is that like they understood what made those games fun and like translated that to this new thing. Because
Yeah.
back then when you made these games, this is going to be I'm not going to go on a huge tangent, but like I'm not going to do it, guys.
Well, I know this is like your favorite game, so that's why you're
this
here.
is. I am very passionate about Shovel Knight because
Yeah.
there's so many things right with it. But like
in a world of everything so wrong.
dude, I wish that wasn't true, but like the thing about video games now, different between video games then, is like when you were making a game for the NES, making a game for the Genesis, Master System, whatever, you were working with extreme limitations. Like Atari straight up was like, we're preying on the imagination and kids looking at box art. Nintendo,
right.
But like with Nintendo, it was like, we need to focus on the game aspect. At the core, the gameplay, the thing that makes it fun. What do you do in the game? How does it feel when you play it?
Yeah.
And what Shovel Knight
Castlevania
did,
3.
yeah, like
Yeah.
what Shovel Knight did is it managed to like focus in on that, but on multiple games.
Yeah, which is really a big
Which is
undertaking.
truly amazing.
Yeah.
Capture the feeling of all of those and make it like a perfect amalgam of them.
Yeah.
Like it feels like Mario 3 when you're going across that overworld. Like it has that feel of like fun progression and like not necessarily like you can go back and it won't feel like retreading the same shit. It won't feel like
Yeah,
you're
backtracking.
backpedaling.
That's
And like
fine.
you
It's
make
cool,
that
yeah.
progress of
Yeah.
like getting money to get upgrades that like is an RPG element like in Dragon Quest, and it doesn't feel tedious because you earn it by playing through these fun levels.
Yeah,
like,
and you get power-ups that you can use and go and use
like
in
the
each level.
power-ups, like it captures like the essence of like of Mega Man and Kirby and these games where you have the secondary weapon. Like everything that's there is
Yeah.
like it's just perfectly molded to capture the like what do you do that makes it fun? Like how does it feel that makes it
It's
fun?
all about the
It
gamer, dude.
hits all those.
and it's
gameplay.
and like that's the thing that's missing. This is the big tangent, guys. That's the thing that's missing from like every new fucking AAA game is like when you take shit
Wait.
like Assassin's Creed and say like what do you do in this game? How does this game feel? It's like you hold forward and wait for QTEs.
Wait,
Like,
you haven't seen Assassin's Creed Egypt yet?
Wait, what about Watch Dogs 3?
I will watch you die. I swear to like but all
Dude,
these,
but towers.
Ugh. it's like that's exactly it's like these games miss the point because like there are no limitations with this shit now, so it's all spectacle, but like all the guys that try
It's
to
like a
make
Michael Bay film in my disc kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. And like when you
I
look
complain
at
about
Shovel
that
Knight,
literally almost every episode.
it's
of this
not just
podcast.
like aesthetically it looks like an 8-bit game and plays like any other shitty homebrew platformer. Like
Yeah.
it looks like an 8-bit game and plays like those things that you remember and love. Like
Yeah.
it actually captures them, and I
And it-
can't think of
But
anything
it's,
else that
it's
does
clean. It doesn't go. This game's gonna remind you of like Mega Man 2.
Yeah.
Like no, it's gonna
Yeah.
give you that
Like, you get
feeling,
Rush.
but it's gonna be
Yeah.
like. It's not gonna be like annoying, and there's not gonna be like little like it's like playing Mega Man 1. Play Mega Man 1 now, and like you're trying to like jump those like platforms, and it's
Yeah.
just like there are
Mega Man 1's
flaws.
hard because it was flawed. even
There's
though it was a
flaws
fun
in that game.
But
Yeah.
it's like all the good things of those games at once.
Polished.
It's
which
not.
is amazing.
It's not
Yeah.
giving you the same annoyances of those previous games today.
Right,
it's
right.
it's going. Yeah, this is like a modern like
take.
modern take,
and it doesn't feel like it's cashing in either. Like it's not
That's
like
big. Yeah,
like,
that's
like
big,
if
yeah.
it's not like those other games where it's like Stardew Valley, which is a fun game. It's not
Yeah,
like
Stardew's great.
the selling point of that is this is like Harvest Moon. And
Yeah.
it is like Harvest Moon, but like Shovel Knight, you don't say this is like Mega Man and it's Mega Man because it's not. It's more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Shovel Knight. At this
It's
point,
Shovel
yeah.
Knight. It's all of the things you
Motherfucker,
love.
Shovel
They're all
Knight.
there.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's cool.
Buy
That's-
Shovel Knight. Yacht Club Games. You've looked at my friends' portfolios and thought they were cool and asked them to do internships. I'm better at drawing than they are.
Oh shit.
Hire me instead.
He went there.
Call
He
out.
fucking
I will
went
design
there.
all of the bosses for Shovel Knight 2. I have 2 lined up already. Email me. John. No, I'm going to give you my. No, johnpgolden@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
Or
And
jpgolden@gmail.com.
you can plug yourself to them again at the end of the podcast as well.
Yeah.
He also worked on No Man's Sky.
I did not.
Ah, damn.
Don't.
He's fired already.
I'm
He's
just
not
kidding.
even hired.
They asked me
All
to do
right.
the gameplay, and I did a great job because I said don't.
So, Joseon, what's your favorite thing about Shovel Knight? Besides the fact that it's not No Man's Sky.
Right. Yeah, I love me some damn No Man's Sky. I won't lie, I'm embarrassed. I got it.
You've
midnight.
explored every galaxy.
every galaxy. Yeah.
Both of them.
All waste of time. All waste of time. I could talk about
Blue
No
and
Man's
purple.
Sky another day, but I feel like that ship is sailed.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight. I think my favorite thing about that game was the same like Mega Man 2 feeling or Mega Man period feeling. It was just like going through the levels when you first get to the boss and like you're like, oh shit, like what's his first move gonna be, like what do I have to figure out.
Yeah.
Finally taking him down and like using whatever he has like for to go into your next like level or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that, and I also love how like the game does make you like you can be doing your main quest like every mission, but it does a really good job of like being like, hold on, I want to go see what that thing is and like what this area is.
yeah.
Not going like to each level. It doesn't feel like a side chore like playing a Ubisoft game. Like, oh, get all the flags. Like
get all the flags.
Climb all the
Assassin's Creed
tower.
2.
Collect all the tree rocks.
Climb on the tower to see the rest of the world. No, it feels like, and it's not annoying. It's like, yeah, that guy, he's moving. It's like Mario 3.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
monotonous.
it makes you want to go and see like, yeah, like this will
That's
benefit me
it's
because I get
good.
treasure and like, you know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite aspect is like
Cool.
every little like corner of the map is something you want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all
and,
compelling.
and
Yeah.
applying the powers you get from beating the bosses too, like all that. Yeah.
And to expand on the Assassin's Creed thing, just so I can get this out on like recorded internet feed, I am so sore still at Assassin's Creed Unity because it was the only Assassin's Creed game I spitefully bought to prove someone wrong.
You went there.
The first day, and I ended up returning it in 24 hours because it was like, it's Paris, right? In Unity, I believe. And-
Yes.
Yeah, and
The
like
City of Assassins.
yeah, the City of Assassins. And like
Exactly.
within 30 minutes, I fell off a tightrope through the game, like through the ground, and it soft locked my game, soft locked my PS3, and then like the game was corrupted. Like when I went back in, so I had to start all over, and I was like, never mind, I'm gonna get this back.
I'm
That's
done with
your
this now.
fault.
Yeah, I'm like,
My uncle got this for me for my birthday, and I already had it. Sorry, he opened it. 'cause
There
he
actually
wanted the
is a
game.
better Paris game you can play. It's called Ratatouille. It is an adaptation of a Brad Bird film.
I was gonna say Sly
delicious.
Cooper. I was gonna say Sly Cooper.
all right, so yeah, Sly Cooper's pretty cool.
He's a good assassin.
All right, so we're coming down to some of the last questions here. All right, so let's talk about DLC, baby. Every game has DLC. Every game, even games. that
Even
didn't have
Batman
DLC.
versus Superman: Dawn of Justice the movie.
Yeah, has DLC.
You just buy
DLC
the,
is
you buy the
something-
real version.
DLC is something that's ingrained into gamer culture. It's covered in Cheeto dust and sticky Mountain Dew stains. It's all over the place, and a great way to suck cash through your dick out into Ubisoft's asshole. So
Ubisoft.
yeah,
Makes me Ubisoft.
man, we're really hitting on Ubisoft today.
Well, maybe
I
I
got
got
more
more
to
dick
talk
less.
So what does Shovel Knight have to offer for DLC, and is it worth it? Like, what the fuck is up with DLC?
I like how you say worth it because it's fucking free.
It is free. And you can buy if you want to, you can buy like the DLC as its own game for like a very cheap price. I think $9.99.
Yep.
If you just want to play like a
Spectre
part.
Knight.
So like just to give a little overview, the DLC in Shovel Knight is in portions. So the first one was
Plague Knight.
Second
of
one is Plague of Shadows. Then Spectre Knight.
Spectre Torment.
Spectre of Torment, and then we got King Knight on the way.
Yes.
Correct? So each of these games are a reimagining of Shovel Knight, where you play like either a prequel part or like during the story as the boss characters, and you get to see like who they are, and they have completely different gameplay styles from Shovel Knight, which
They do.
make their gameplay really interesting.
It shocked me to like when I first hopped on like the Plague Knight campaign, how different it was. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
It,
oh,
like,
I thought I was gonna be running around doing the same shit. as
No,
Shovel
it's
Knight. No,
completely different. It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
It's insane.
If you've played the whole entire game multiple times through a Shovel Knight and used the amiibo stuff and used all the items in every different way, did all the achievements and all the challenges, and then you go and play like Plague Knight or like Spectre Knight, it's a completely different game.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100% different.
how you traverse through the
Yeah.
map is not the same.
So
like the levels.
Yeah. So give us a little idea of like how it's different. Like what are these characters all about?
Do you mean to speed summarize it?
Yeah, speed summarize it.
All right. So the main mechanics
Sonic
when
it.
you play as Shovel Knight are he has a standard little swing of his shovel and a single jump.
Yeah.
And when you jump, if you hold down, he holds his his shovel downwards like Scrooge McDuck or Cranky Kong or Link, and does like a pogo, and that's his main mechanic. Like he can pogo and gain more jumps to cross platforms, blah blah blah, and that's pretty much all there is to it.
Right.
With Plague Knight, who is the second character that was introduced, he has a completely different form of movement.
Right.
Instead of like a shovel attack, he throws little beakers down on the ground that explode. They're like he has a small projectile that is like in a small arc. And the way that you navigate with him is he has a double jump, and if you hold down the button you use to throw your beaker, he starts to charge up and then explodes and gains a third jump. So the navigating is based on like a rhythmic pattern of jumping where you jump and then explode in midair, and then you can throw your stuff in midair, which stops you for a minute, and do a second jump. And then by the time you do your second jump, you can charge up another one and jump like a fourth time.
Right.
So it's more oriented on this like aerial navigation and like stopping and starting in midair and changing direction. And it is a completely different play style.
Yeah.
And then Spectre Knight, who is the third character that was just recently added, plays as
He was fun.
He's sort of in the middle because the way that he plays is he has a big scythe. He is like a Grim Reaper little guy.
Kind of like Mega Man X.
Yeah, he's kind of like Mega Man X. His main mechanic is he has a single jump and can do a small wall run and climb up a little bit and jump off of walls like Mega Man X.
Yeah.
But his main
You can keep doing it up walls. Too.
yeah, you can keep doing it up walls like back and forth. But his interesting like air navigation thing is if you are above or below an enemy in midair and you hit your attack button, you'll do a dash attack through them in like a diagonal forward strike, which will launch you either higher or lower, depending if you're below them, you'll shoot up past them.
Yeah.
If you're above them, you'll slice down past them like an anime character.
I
you can
died
turn
a
that-
lot. I died a lot.
Yeah. And I died a lot on Plague Knight. Was really hard for me to get the rhythm, but once you get the rhythm down,
Yeah, once you get the rhythm, you can and like there are other things you can add like
I think every character has a sense of rhythm.
Yeah, I got
playing them.
Spectre Knight really quick because I think like
he's like easier Plague Knight.
Yeah, and he's sort of like Mega Man too, Mega Man X a lot, which I played a lot of. So it's just like I would do the slashes into wall runs, jump off the wall, go to the next wall, jump off the wall, go into a slash into
Sure.
a wall run.
Yeah, dash past
Yeah,
enemies.
and the challenges helped a lot. with
Yeah,
that,
they're different. Yeah, they're different challenge modes for all these characters.
And he has they have different hub worlds that they go to. They have like different music in their stages. Like it's a new game, a different story. It's fucking sick. That's just sick. So good. But yeah, did you, Hosean, since you're a new fan, did you get a chance to play the DLCs as well?
I have played both of them.
Cool. Did you have a favorite of the two?
I think I was like already like biased because Plague Knight's my favorite character in Shovel
He's
Knight.
awesome.
He's so cute.
His
So-
character design is
Oh yeah,
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Like Plague Knight,
All of them, really.
was
Yeah.
Plague Knight and Treasure Knight.
Yeah.
my two favorite
Yeah.
bosses in that game.
cool.
So just out of being a fan, like
Yeah, you're just like, Plague Knight boy.
I love
Yeah.
the way I love fighting him as a boss. And I
Yeah.
love playing as him. So
Yep.
yeah, I
He's a really fun boss to fight.
He
yes,
is.
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I also like how Tinker Knight has like a secret instant kill. You can kill him like with one of the weapons
Yeah,
instantaneously.
yeah. You can.
But
kill
he
him
still
fully.
whips his mech out though, I think.
He does.
He
Yeah,
does.
I actually tried that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was speed running it like a fucking asshole. Like that's how you know when you really love a game. You're like, let's see how fast I can go.
Yeah, no, I do that.
Like,
all
I've
the time
never
with the
speed run
games.
anything in my entire life, but I'm like, gotta go fast.
Yeah,
now.
it's like sometimes I'll sit at my house at night and be like, how fast do I think I could beat Yoshi's Island?
Yeah.
Like, do you think I could do that right now in like 30 minutes?
Top
Because
on.
in my brain it's way faster than I actually can.
Yeah.
But I could get through it quick. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. All right, so so we talked a lot about good games today. So we're gonna start to wrap things up here. And let's wrap things up a little bit on a sassy note. I think
Sassy.
Yeah, it's been so positive. I'm kind of sick of it.
I only got mad like once.
Yeah, well, you're about to get madder because I want to talk about some of your least favorite games or a game you hate. Because
game
I
I
want
hate.
to even this out. There's too much positivity in this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you invite me on anything where I'm allowed to get mad, like
That's
I'll
true.
be the only one talking on the podcast.
That's true. I actually had you on this podcast so people get used to you being
for
happy.
when you bring me on like the Anything Else podcast.
Yeah, the Anything Else podcast. So Hossein, what's when you're gaming, when your pad and your gamer pad, and the gamer chicks are watching you play?
I wish that wasn't true.
Yeah, I know. I wish it wasn't true. Too.
I know Hossein actually has
Yeah.
girls over his house.
You stop.
Hossein,
No.
You're so good at XCOM.
No, single
Oh, look at his snipe. Look at his 360 no
am
scope.
so good at Overwatch.
Look,
He's not like Nyan who got $500 suplexed out of him at Street Fighter tournament.
Shout out to Nyan.
I-
Stop playing Street Fighter.
No, he's pretty good.
I-
He
He
just
is,
got
but,
killed by
I'm trying to be
guys.
mean.
I love you, Nyan. Much love.
I like him too.
Yeah.
currently a single player,
Game?
not a multiplayer. No, I'm going off of the girl thing.
Oh, you're
I'm a
player.
single player game at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
ladies.
games I hate.
That means
So I
he's-
can't talk about Shovel Knight.
Right.
The only game I like.
Can I anyone that will listen
Yeah.
to this, I might make you mad, but
Oh no, it's okay.
I-
We make people mad on this podcast. We're all about just talking about what we want to talk about.
I am one of the few majority. I cannot stand Shadows of Mordor.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting because I like that game.
I
I've heard that's like good Assassin's
do
Creed.
not
It is.
like that game.
Okay, tell us why. I'm willing to hear it.
Okay,
Celebrimbor.
I was really enjoying that game
Celebrimbor.
the moment I started playing it.
Okay.
Then I realized, you know what? Like, this reminds me of a lot of games that I
Don't like.
no, it's like that do it just so much better.
Okay.
Like, it's got the
Don't you dare say Assassin's Creed.
Listen, I think actually I'm going to say this. It reminds me of one game that does things better, and then other games that annoy me as just as much.
Okay.
It's got the combat of Arkham, which I'm one of the few people that are like, I like that. It's
Yeah.
I like the
I
rhythm.
thought Arkham was
it's,
fun.
It's rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's rhythm based and it's fun.
We
and
talked
like,
about it on the beat 'em ups episode. I liked Arkham. It
yeah,
was
I
pretty
enjoyed.
good. Batman Arkham Knight.
Like the Arkham
Oh.
Asylum. You know,
Arkham
I
Asylum,
love the.
yeah.
I really enjoyed the combat when I first played it younger.
On harder difficulties, it's actually pretty engaging.
I platinumed the first one.
Nice.
Yeah, in the challenge modes, I did everything.
Batman.
I was bad. I was really into the combat. I love the rhythm, the simplicity of it. Kind of,
Yeah,
but
it was
still
fun.
felt
When to use the
it
instant
still felt
kills, all that kind
complex.
of
And
thing,
it's
yeah.
if you wanted to get into like that like complex route, you
Yeah.
could make it that.
I feel that.
Shadows of Mordor tried to do the same thing, and what Batman did better was it felt beefy. It felt like cool because you're Batman.
Yeah.
In this game, you're playing a generic fake Aragorn who's like
He is an
who has
Aragorn
a sword.
knockoff, but he's got Celebrimbor with him, which he is from the books.
He
so.
is awesome. If the
Celebrimbor
game
is
was
fucking
about
sick.
him, then I would be.
Hey, Shadows of Mordor 2, you don't even get Celebrimbor anymore. He got separated from you, I think.
I
might be
will
wrong.
say that
Is he? Okay, I
thank
was wrong.
goodness.
the game looks a lot better.
No, Grant, you're wrong. This is a factual podcast.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
Gamer facts only.
I don't want to go too far talking about it, but
Yeah.
like the reason why I really can't stand Shadows of Mordor is
Yeah.
I felt like, oh, this is just like it expected to try to get people to like it because it's like, ooh,
Lord of the Rings.
It's got it's that, but it's like, oh, Batman combat. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, like late to the party, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not as good.
Are you worried about that with Spider-Man at all?
I think what the thing that's gonna make me
Well, it's
feel
Insomniac, so you shouldn't worry about it.
Insomniac's my fave.
Yeah.
But I think I'm not worried about Spider-Man because it's gonna it's gonna give you more, and
gonna be
and it like shows you that it's gonna give you more than just that.
Yeah.
Shadows of Mordor, combat wasn't into it because it felt too like weak.
I
Even
see
though like
that, yeah.
the decapitation part was cool, but
I was
that
gonna
once you
say
do that
like
after a
I
while-
liked it that it was like it was simple and I agree with you on that, but like I just liked how flashy it was.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it just wasn't.
The stealth mechanics were like not very good.
This is
though.
what I'm saying. I'm gonna get to that now.
Yeah.
Here's something I hate
It's not
in
Metal
modern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I hate in modern games, and I'm not
The
saying,
hide in the bush, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot.
I'm in the
fucking
bush.
stand-
You can't see me, but they don't ever go in the bush.
Yeah, hide the bush mechanic. Oh, get in the bush. Enemies will never get into that bush. That's like the forbidden bush. I'm not gonna get into that. Assassin's Creed, they did that. I'm playing Horizon. It does that. Uncharted 4 did that, which I don't mind so much in those games because they don't say we're stealth games.
Yeah.
But if you're promoting your game to say we have a stealth mechanic and you can play this game stealth,
And you're a big stealth fan.
yeah,
Yeah, you like Hitman.
I like
and,
Hitman,
and
Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah.
Dishonored. If you're playing those, if you're promoting
Probably
that,
I liked it because I hate stealth.
and that might be. That's what a lot of my friends say.
Yeah.
But if you're promoting like you have a whole stealth skill tree and you have this, then why won't
That's
you?
true.
At
There
lea-
is a stealth.
Why
I
won't
didn't
you?
touch it.
Why won't you at least implement something better. It's lazy. It's annoying.
Right,
I
right.
really hope the bush mechanic goes away.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it with Uncharted because it's an arcade shootery kind of game.
Right.
And it's just like a stealth moment.
Yeah.
But like these games, like there's a bush for every moment.
Yeah.
If you want to approach it this way, there's
A bush for every moment.
Bush for every moment.
Here's the thing for me is I just sprinted at them and I was like, "You orc bitch! I will cut your testicles off and make you drink them."
Maybe I should have approached the game more in like a barbaric way, like that. Like,
Yeah.
I need to go in there and just kick ass. Like,
Well, you're a stealth man, so it makes sense.
I'm always
It makes sense.
like, I want to be rewarded for this.
Yeah.
But you just doesn't. It just it's laid out
Yeah.
for you to like
So, yeah.
dumb, and I just this. And let's not get into the story. The
Yeah,
story
yeah.
was trash.
The story was trash. So for me, just to expand on you, the two things that sold it for me and the thing that killed it for me. The two things that sold it for me were the decapitation, like ultra violence thing, which I'm not usually into. I just thought it was cool because Lord of the Rings. And then the other thing that I really, really liked was the orc system, where
the
they
nemesis.
come back and they remember you. It's like, you cut my dick off and I'm going to kill you.
I thought-
like, they remember you.
And
and they get stronger, which is cool.
Here's the difference between like this is actually relevant to the Shovel Knight thing. Shovel Knight and Shadows of Mordor. Shovel Knight, it takes elements from games you love and
Does it well.
does it well, whereas Shadows of Mordor doesn't have an original bone in its body.
Yeah.
Besides the Nemesis system,
Yeah, the
which
Nemesis system.
I believe it or not wasn't enough for me to keep
If
caring.
they had fleshed that out more and made it like better, it would have been
with
better.
better writing
So,
and better character, like,
I
like
actually-
as a main character.
Yeah, I actually thought the story was really weak, but I've liked the very end, spoilers, where you siege the gate and you have your 5 orc dudes you've possessed, and then you fight like his strongest 5 dudes in front of the gate. But then it really takes just like it just shits the bed
that.
at the end, because the last boss is a QTE fight, and then that's it. And then it ends on a cliffhanger. Which we're getting the second one, which is cool.
Yeah, I won't
But-
lie to you. Like I got literally 50% campaign. In
Oh,
the
you didn't
way,
finish it.
and I was like, no. But my brother told me I saw
Yeah.
it like the end.
Well,
it wasn't
before you
worth
fight the
it.
QTE fight, there's a stealth boss battle where you're gonna hide behind pillars.
That's
and
right.
then,
I
like,
saw that.
Oh,
you
I've
gotta,
seen that.
Yeah, you're gonna sneak
and
up.
this is why I don't buy it. I'm not into it.
And the boss
man.
design, the enemy design looked good.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a lot of like there are cool
I never
things about that.
I never
game.
rode the troll things either, or whatever they were.
There's cool aspects. Like I like.
It's
the-
just not quite there.
Lord of the Rings. Like lore is some of my favorite.
It's all
storytelling.
LOTR. Boy.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
But like for some, I'm shocked to say that I don't like the game. It's
Okay.
the tower
Fair
system.
enough.
Climb a tower, see the world.
Oh, yeah.
like that stuff. Oh,
The only game that I've ever played that I like tower system is Breath of the Wild.
That's exactly what I was about to
Yep.
say. That's the only time I've ever been like, hell yeah, new tower.
It helps a lot for a lot of reasons we won't get into because Zelda's getting its own episode. So,
Okay.
I'm not gonna get into that. I'm just gonna say, Shadows of Mordor. I don't want to talk
Fuck
more
that game.
about it. But fuck that game
fuck
for
that
now.
game. Okay.
Till
What
the
about
next
you,
one.
John?
Actually, now that you mention it, this is actually a hard question for me to answer, but like not for the reason you'd think, which is I hate everything.
Yeah.
A lot of games, or if they suck, I know better now. I'm so cynical that like I don't actually wind up playing that many games that I hate.
Yeah.
Like when Star Wars Battlefront was announced and I saw EA was on it, everyone's like, "Oh my god, new Battlefront!" I was like, "That's gonna fucking suck."
Yeah.
And then I was right.
Yeah.
The only game,
Well, you stick to Nintendo stuff a lot too.
yeah, and even I don't play all the Nintendo stuff. Like I'm not like I trust Nintendo because they do the thing that is like think about the game and then the spectacle.
Yeah.
But like I don't commit as hard as I make it sound because like I don't have the time to play all those. So a
You
lot
pick
of,
and choose.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very picky there too.
Yeah.
Actually,
It doesn't have to be a recent game. It can be just a game. that betrayed
there
you.
are two that
Okay.
are going to come to mind. There are two games that I didn't like that I played all the way through.
Oh shit.
They're both games for the Nintendo DS.
Okay.
This is going to be weird. The first one
Uh-huh.
is Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia.
Oh yeah.
I played an entire Pokemon Ranger game because I wanted Manaphy.
Oh, that's right.
That game's not fun at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know about that.
And it
yeah.
makes me want to die.
Yeah, the Pokemon Ranger games are.
It destroys your
kinda-
touchscreen. The circle mechanic isn't fun, and then when it gets hard, it's just enraging because like you realize you're too stupid to draw a circle.
And you're an artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the one that you're gonna be mad about this, the one game that like comes to mind is like the bad game that people bring up because it is next to good games that I don't really like that much is Ace Attorney Investigations.
Oh, I haven't played Investigations.
Okay, so
Because I love Ace Attorney, but I've played
Ace
the
Attorney
I've
is
never played
an
it.
amazing series.
amazing.
It's
I
very
played
fun.
Well, you've only played that one in the original trilogy, right?
and Apollo Justice.
And Apologist.
So
I played
5.
those, and then I played the 2 newest ones.
I haven't played the
and all
newest
DLC.
ones.
Investigations and the crossover are the only ones I haven't played.
Yeah, the only ones that I haven't played are the 2 newest ones and the crossover, which I own.
Yeah.
And I like Professor Layton a lot too. But the thing about Ace Attorney Investigations that I hated
Yeah.
was, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Ace Attorney games, it is mostly text. These games have like 2 simple mechanics. One is a point and click where you're looking for evidence because you're an attorney man that's also like a weird anime cop. Like, it's not even close to real court stuff. It's like basically there's a stage where you talk to witnesses, you do your own investigation, and you poke around finding clues, and then there's a section where you go to court and you like listen to testimony, and then you use the evidence you've collected and the things you know to find contradictions in statements that bring you closer to the truth, and then you solve the mystery.
Right.
It's a mystery solving
Yeah,
game.
it's a
and
badass
it's
game.
very fun. It's very well written.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of reading. So it's a game that's like, if you really like shooting stuff and blowing stuff up, it's not for you. But it's like, if you're very patient and willing to like invest yourself in a very nice narrative, these are good.
Yeah.
And the thing about Ace Attorney Investigations is
It's a spin-off game.
it has just as much text and none of it is compelling, because like the
So you're sitting there
gameplay,
just reading.
you're reading stuff
You're
that
playing
you don't
as the
care about. is the
antagonist.
problem. Yeah, you're playing as like the I would say the rival character.
Yeah, the rival
He's not a
character.
bad guy. He's the
Yeah.
Normally, you're the defense attorney, and you like save people who have been wronged and like reveal the real criminal. It's
Right.
fun. But in Ace Attorney Investigations, you play as the rival character, Miles Edgeworth, and it's called Investigations because it's more focused on the collecting of evidence and talking to like witnesses, but then like the sort of climax of each episode is that you arrest the guy. Like you hunt down the guy once you have the evidence. It's more crime scene investigation that way. And you're like, this is the guy that did it, and then he'll try to prove himself wrong in front of you and be like, whoa, don't arrest me, cops, because like you have this big back and forth with whoever it is. And the like chief of police or like Interpol guy, there's some dude that doesn't believe you, and you have to prove to him that this is the guy that you're supposed to arrest. So it has that feel of like proving what you're saying is true and then getting the end result. But the thing about Ace Attorney Investigations that sucks is that none of the story is compelling.
Right, it's
Literally
boring.
none of it. It's all like most of these stories are like an ancient murder tied to something new, a conspiracy theory.
No, they're super
Your
engaging.
best friend has been framed for the murder,
And they're
of
all
the
linked
Pope.
together too.
Yeah, and it's all linked together, and it's really fun, and like it's like constantly like this twist and turn of mysteries. And this one, it's like, yeah, there's a smuggling ring. That's all.
That's it.
They're smuggling something, and you got to get to the bottom of it. And you spend like it's 4 cases, and each case is several hours long, and the twists and turns are just like, so this guy works for the smuggling ring. I wonder if the next guy we find will be in the smuggling ring. And then he is. And then like maybe in the middle he's not, you get a break, and then you finally find the smuggling ring guy, and it's like, oh my gosh, it was this guy. The end.
Well, like the only things I know about Investigations are when you complain about it, and then the fact that Jen started it and didn't finish it,
Which is very indicative of the quality of those games. They
Yeah.
are very, very
and
compelling.
that we did not get Ace Attorney Investigations 2 in the States,
Yeah.
so it probably didn't sell well.
It stinks.
So yeah,
It's,
okay.
it's
I'm
one
gonna
of,
play it, but I'll take your word for it.
yeah. Play it
Um,
and agree with me,
Okay.
as you never do.
Was that
we agree on some stuff.
yeah.
Was
When
that-
I'm right.
was
Yeah.
that Pokemon
Anyway,
game
you're right.
received well?
No,
it
Ranger
was like
wasn't
Curtis.
really received.
It's
well,
like the opposite of Mystery Dungeon, which is like
nobody
the
played
best spin-off
Conquest,
ever.
which was actually a fun spin-off game, but like,
Actually, I could go on about why I don't really like that one as much. It's very
Oh,
close.
I liked that one.
I liked it, but like,
Yeah.
it was a little too micromanagey.
okay. All right.
The gameplay is really fun.
So for me, I'm gonna get a little angry here. Fucking PlayStation All Stars. I fucking hate that game.
I
I
think-
bought
Oh, yeah.
that shit day fucking one.
I think a lot of
First-
people can
first
agree with
mistake.
you that.
I bought that shit day one because I'm like, oh, Smash Brothers with Ratchet and Clank in it, and I was like,
Even I didn't buy it, man.
oh yeah, I was like, I brought that shit home. Even Hossein didn't buy it. And he buys
Yeah.
a lot of trash. So like,
yeah.
so I brought that shit home, and I was like, oh man. And then I found out, like, what? No items. There's like no like interesting modes. The character combos are lame, and you have to kill with ultras.
But your favorite
Yes.
character in gaming, Isaac from Dead Space, is in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Isaac from Dead
I
Space.
like
Although
Bald
I
Guy
do like
from
Dead
Shoot
Space.
Game.
I love Dead Space.
Yeah,
but
but
why?
what-
Why is he a PlayStation?
Do you say Gunman?
No, I said bald guy from Shoot Game.
Oh yeah. What about Killzone Man?
Oh, Space
yeah,
Marine,
and
Hellgas, man.
yeah.
yeah.
Crotch Toast is in it from
Bullet-
God of Wars.
Shoot gun.
Okay, he's the only person you would be
You
like,
can play
this
as
is
Nathan.
cool.
And
Nathan Drake
Cole.
has the thing where he drops the cliff on you. Remember?
The problem with that game is that it isn't a Smash rip.
It's just okay.
If it was, it'd be
Companies-
better. The
all right.
mechanics are garbage.
So here's the thing. Smash Brothers is amazing, and we all love it. All three of us play a lot.
Melee is the best.
He likes Melee a
poop
lot.
on.
We both disagree because we think it's the worst one.
well, we know
but,
it's the worst
And
one.
because it is, but hey, fuck you.
but yeah, Smash 64 is the best one.
Super
obviously.
Smash Flash, I think, is worse than Melee. The
Yeah.
Flash fan project
That's
where you
true.
play as Goku.
No, yes. Melee, I've talked about this on previous episodes. I like Melee as a party game. But anyways,
Oh,
so
man.
yeah,
Oh, party game. Oh.
yeah, it's a party game. Chill out.
Party games.
We're
All
just
right, let's
having fun.
Okay, no, we're derailing here. So, the problem with Smash clone games like Turtle Smash Up, which had the fucking like Smash guys on it,
Yeah, it was
and
weird.
had a small roster and like fucking a Raving Rabbit as unlockable character, but no Bebop and Rocksteady. Like, what the fuck is that?
Wait, there's no Bebop?
No, there's not.
I don't like that.
It's like the four Turtles, Splinter, like Krang, April, Casey Jones, maybe some other motherfuckers. No Toka, no Razor, no Metalhead, and like a Raving Rabbit.
That's annoying.
It
I
is.
can't wait to play as April O'Neil.
I don't
my
know if they
favorite
added them
fighter.
later as DLC or whatever, but the game also was like Smash with a life bar, and it was lame. But anyways,
We don't like that.
and you
shit.
could only play with like a sideways Wiimote, if I remember correctly.
We don't
My
like
favorite.
that.
Yeah, so yeah, the best way to play Smash Brothers, right?
That's how I played for years.
And then you get these other games, like even like Heroes of Aether or whatever, which is an alright Smash clone. Like they just do not commit enough. Where like I don't really want a game to rip off Smash because I love Smash and I want it to stay on top forever because I like Nintendo characters better than other characters. But here's the thing: if I was on a team making a Smash clone game, I would just copy it because that's not illegal. Like you could just copy the
No.
formula.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah, like PlayStation
like,
All-Star
you know
should have
me.
just cloned Smash and just added in a few extra things to make it more unique.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
The
But
problem
it-
with that game is that it's not a Smash clone.
Yeah. The fuck is that? So like I fucking frisbeed it at the GameStop guys and just left. Like I was done.
Oh
I
my
was
God,
done.
I
I got that Primo day 2. It has been on the shelf for 2 days trade-in rate though. $6.95 in store credit.
GameStop.
Wait, so you're telling me you traded that game in? Like, did you at least get to play as Big Daddy from Bioshock? Because I bet you would have kept it after that.
Dude, I played as DMC, Devil May Cry Dante. I played as Killzone Man,
DMC.
and I played as Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, all them boys, and
Was Cole from Infamous in it?
yeah,
Cole's
I
in
believe
it.
so.
Nathan's
I
in
think-
it.
yeah.
Dylan's in it. Stewart's in it. Robert's in it.
Oh, Robert Kopp.
Robert Kopp.
Third person adventure game.
Yeah,
Man
But yeah.
is in
So
it. Guy
so that's
is in
that's
it.
one of my least favorite games. That
Jack.
came to mind right away because it was so rage inducing.
I thought you were gonna say Mighty Number 9.
Well, that, like I said, is going to get its own episode, and the listeners are going to get to find out exactly why I don't like that game so much.
Uh-oh.
So, all right, fantastic, guys. Let's see here.
I also don't like Zero Horizon Dawn, Zero Horizon.
Zero Horizon.
I'm
Dawn,
currently
Zero
playing
Horizon.
that, and I don't know where I'm standing, but I'm on the more of the fun side of it.
That was the one that I was going to mention that I forgot
Yep.
because I'm not compelled to play it. when
You're just
Zero
mad it's
is
better
not
than
fun.
Zelda. Anyway.
What's Zelda?
Wait, what?
I don't know
All
what that
right.
is.
So before we wrap things up, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about where we can find your cool projects, fun stuff you're working on, or you don't have to plug yourself, but like, where can we find more about gamers, my gamer buddies?
Games.
Yeah.
So I play drums in a band called Vatican. You can find them, go on Instagram, just type
very
in Vatican
fast.
XXX. Yeah, it's fast, it's heavy. There's some slow to it.
Gotta move
What was your
fast.
Instagram again?
Vatican XXX. Oh no, sorry, Vatican_GA. That's the Instagram.
Uh-huh.
You can go on vatican.bandcamp.com to listen to us. Or you can just add me on Facebook, Hosyan, which is my nickname, Hosyan Soto, and you can just see me post and spam a lot of my band stuff. Because please buy our merch.
Band merch for sale, and on the EX Podcast online store, we'll be selling T-shirts with Hosyan's face and also his band merch.
Ah.
Please do. We
yeah.
need money now.
Yeah. Whenever we open up the
We
store.
are going
Hey,
on
that's
tour
pretty
soon,
good.
so the more money, the better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, go check out Hosyan's band. It's really cool, and friend him on Facebook for sure because you'll get a lot of great memes.
You're really good at fucking being funny on the internet.
He is.
Thank
like
you.
I can't be like, yeah, he's good at memes, but it's like I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I'm not memeing. I'm not throwing memes at people.
You're not throwing memes at people. That's what's funny. Is like you're doing your
That's how
own
you
weird
do
ass thing,
memes.
and I can't break the science down of it, and that's why I think you're funnier than me.
Maybe
I don't know how the fuck you're doing
Maybe
that.
we'll do an episode on the formula of my humor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking real weird.
I like the mysticism.
My
behind it,
favorite
though.
part is watching your friends try to keep up. Be like, yeah, I know how to be funny like Hosey on. I'm just like looking at all these comments. I'm like, no, they fucking don't.
I just don't even give them the time of day.
I don't even acknowledge them. It's so good.
All right, John. So where can we find more about Mr. Golden?
Oh yeah. As passively mentioned earlier, I'm a comic book man. You can read. For now, you can read my comic. It's called Bone Men. It's about skeleton guys trying to. It's like a high fantasy comic starring the skeleton guys that usually get chopped in half by like Conan. But it's about them trying to prove that they're not bad guys. It's called Bone Men. You can find it at the moment. You can find it at bonemen.smackcheese.com. You can see all my like process work on my Instagram, which is at John P. Golden. You can follow me on Twitter at JPEG, JPEG, and then Golden from the G. So it's like a portmanteau, if you will.
Yes.
If you will. Spoiler: the comic is good.
Yeah.
And then
You
I'm
can
also on
buy
Tumblr.
You can buy a hot copy, like a physical.
Yeah, you can buy a physical
smoky
copy of Chapter
at
1 of
Planet
Bowman at
Fun.
Planet Fun. I'm going to try to get an Etsy store at some point, but I don't have one yet because I don't have a
Right.
computer. I'm also on Tumblr at John P. Golden. You can also find
He doesn't have a
that
computer because he doesn't PC game.
Yeah, I draw a lot of like He-Man guys, and occasionally I try to draw like cute magical girls or like whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
And
Just-
one day you'll do those Street Fighter boys for me.
Yeah, and at some point I'm gonna draw. Right now I'm drawing every single He-Man toy from the original '80s line, not the character toys, not like the vehicles and all that shit. When I'm done with that, Leon has made me commit. I'm going to draw every single Street Fighter character,
Yeah.
sans the EX characters, other than Skullomania.
And I have a request.
What do
You
you
draw every character from PlayStation All Stars.
That's like 10 guys.
This is an easy commission.
That's so many.
Yeah, that is an easy
All right,
commission.
let me finish. I'm halfway through the He-Man guys. I'm on like 45. And then once I get through all like 90 Street Fighter characters, I'll do the PlayStation All Stars.
There we go.
Amazing. All right, cool. So yeah, check out John's comic Bone Man. It's really
Plural.
good stuff.
Bone Men.
Bone Men's,
It sounds like Bone Man when I say it. I think.
Bone Man's,
Bone Men.
Gamerman's.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's the sequel.
all right. Yeah, Gamerman's is the sequel.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
All
this.
right.
That's
so,
us.
Well, this has been another episode of EX Podcast. Thanks for listening. I want to remind everyone to check out my main podcast at ChooseMyOwnAdventurePodcast.com.
I was on that once.
Say what?
I was on that once.
Yeah, John was on there. Hossein can get on there if he wants to role play some dragons.
Put me on.
Yeah, I'll put him on.
Put me in.
I'd also like to thank Michael Fox for doing our intro and outro music. He's a great musician buddy of mine. Thanks, Mike. You can find him at SoundCloud at Ambassador Fox. As always, Grant doing our recording. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you.
Producer Grant.
You can find more about EX Podcast at iTunes or choosemyadventurepodcast.com/EXP. Or wherever podcasts are found. I'll post this shit somewhere, I guess.
Somewhere.
And with that, it's been good, my gamers.
My dudes.
It's been amazing.
It's been a good
Been
one. I like this.
amazing.
This has been good. Now go play yourselves a good game,
Is that what we
and
say?
remember, Xbox Live is a scam.
Hey, that's good. That's a good thing to end on.
Yeah. Yay!
Xbox Live's a scam. Play a game.
Yeah, play a good game.
Mamma
You guys have
mia.
fun?
That was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Thanks for gaming.